For this next introduction, I can go on and on about his accolades, but I will keep it brief. Frank Islam is a successful entrepreneur and investor based in the metropolitan Washington, D.C. area. He is the chairman, CEO of FI Investment Group, an investment firm he founded in 2007. FIIG focuses on providing growth capital to emerging companies as well as managing specialized and branded funds. His investment style centers on innovative strategies for value creation, such that he is often the first to invest in a new economic paradigm. He recently addressed George Mason University students during their commencement ceremony, and along with all these accolades, Mr. Islam is a renowned philanthropist. He is well known for his private foundation, which supports educational, cultural, and artistic values worldwide. He participates in a number of nonprofit organizations as a board member, including the Strathmore Center for the Arts located in Montgomery County, Maryland. As well as chairing the State Democracy Foundation, he often speaks at a variety of commercial and nonprofit forums and is frequently included in press coverage. In all his endeavors, whether in the world of business or charity, Mr. Islam strives to create opportunities that are sustainable and uplifting for humanity, always guided by the virtues of hard work, focus, quality, innovation, and kindness. So please put your hands together for a man I look up to, the very generous Mr. Frank Islam.
So assalamu alaikum and good evening. And thank you very much for a fine introduction. And thank you, Reach, for your nice and wonderful speech. You are indeed a beneficiary of American Dream. So fellow Aligarh alums, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I want to express my warm appreciation for your generous welcome. It is great to be here tonight with fellow Aligarhians. I'm honored and humbled to be with you tonight. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Razi and Abdullah Bhai for their constant inspiration and guidance, and also giving me the opportunity to address you tonight on the subject of the Suhail mentioned, supporting the next generation of the Aligarh family tree. I stand before you as a son of Aligarh, a brother of each and every one of you, and an uncle to future Aligarh students. I want to keep my remarks brief because you did not come here tonight to hear me speak, but for the same reason that I did, that is to do all that we can to sponsor and support those new students who will be welcoming into the Aligarh family, our family. All of us owe a sense of gratitude to Aligarh Muslim University. This university helped shape the lives of many generations, and all of us have a role and responsibility to shape its fate and its future. But remember, future is not an accident, but it is built on planning. Remember, the future is promised to those who built it. Let me paraphrase what Prime Minister Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, long years ago said, "Let us build a noble mansion so that our children can dwell, so that our children can prosper, so that our children can have a bright future." It is the future that beckons to us all. A lot of things bring us together as a fellow Aligarhian, linked by common goals and common commitment. And we are bonded by shared history, shared heritage, and shared faith. These bonds are stronger than the differences that too often drives us apart. As you all know, the Aligarh is a true treasure. It is indeed a precious possession. And for all of us, Aligarh remains an inseparable part of our life, our journey, our story, and most of all, our destiny. Because of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, our spiritual, educational, and philosophical grandfather, we are an exceptionally strong family. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was not one of the India's greatest leader in the history of India, but also the world. His accomplishments are legendary, multifaceted, and well acknowledged. He shaped our history, he shaped our destiny. His principles have always guided us during the time of calm or the crisis. I want to share my favorite quote of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. However, because it is especially relevant as we meet to celebrate together our shared heritage and linkage to Aligarh Muslim University. The institution Sir Syed Ahmad Khan founded as the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College in 1875. At the founding of Aligarh Muslim University, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan said, and I quote, "From the seed which we sow today, there may spring up a mighty tree whose branches, like those of banyan of the soil, shall in their turn strike firm roots into the earth and themselves send forth new and vigorous sapling, that this college may expand in a university whose sons shall go forth throughout the length and the breadth of the land to preach the gospel of free inquiry, of large-hearted tolerations, and of pure morality." End of quotation. We convene here tonight as the manifestations and living testimony to the realization of Sir Syed's vision and his goal. We are the seeds from Aligarh family tree. We have gone around the world and across the United States. In the process, we have planted new trees and helped make this nation and the world a better place. Now, we were able to do that because of our education. Aligarh Muslim University gave us a strong knowledge. It also is still in us a sense of values. I'd like to talk about the education and those values. As I do, I'd like for you to reflect on your own Aligarh experience. For me, the Aligarh education was a powerful equalizer, opening the doors to opportunity. It was a gift that keeps on giving and demands that I give back in return. Because you're here tonight, I trust that you feel the same way. The Aligarh education was empowering and enhanced my confidence and self-esteem. It was a powerful engine for innovation and entrepreneurship that played a pivotal role in creating jobs, building prosperity for myself and my associates. The Aligarh education was a bridge to the future, my future and your future. It is a bridge that we must help to build for others. By building that bridge, we'll be creating new bridge builders in a world that is in desperate need of new economic, social, and community bridges. As President Obama once said, that education will be the currency of the 21st century. Education frees the human mind from the shackles of ignorance. Now let me turn to the values of the Aligarh. The values that Aligarh helped shape in me include a passion and love for education, internal optimism about one's hopes and dreams, being collegial and candid, keeping steadfast standards of excellence, living in peace and harmony by being tolerant and respectful of the dignity of each and every one person. I know that each and every one of you carry these and other values of Aligarh Muslim University that Aligarh has imprinted on you. We are gathered here this evening to do our part to continue to expand those values and extend the Aligarh family tree by contributing to support the education of the next generations of Aligarhian. We gather here tonight when a purpose-driven education such as that we received at Aligarh has never been more important. Over the years, men and women from Aligarh have made significant contribution in all walks of the life: educator, politicians, poets, scientists, and engineers. Their paths have been different, but the common bond that has united them has been a belief in and a commitment to equal justice and a shared humanity. This combination of technical expertise and moral rectitude has enabled the graduates of Aligarh to make their mark in the world and to serve as a positive role models for all of us, for everyone in the world. We are living in a troubled and turbulent times. We're living in a divisive and self-centered times. Now more than ever, it is imperative that our students receive an education that prepares them to be leaders. The leaders who understand the working with others to solve the problems, and that when one gives back is more important than what one accomplishes individually. At Aligarh, education meets this test and more. You know that, I know that, and we know that. And that is why we're here to ensure that as many students as possible can benefit from an Aligarh education. We are here to plant more seeds to grow our family tree. To grow that tree, to paraphrase Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, so there are more sons and daughters who are capable of going forth across the land and around the world to preach the gospel of the free inquiry, of large-hearted toleration, and of pure morality. I think it is most appropriate that we gather here at this fundraiser during the time of Ramadan, a time for thoughtful reflection and devotion, and a special time for generosity and giving. This is our chance not to only be grateful for all the blessings that Almighty God has given us and has allotted to us, but an opportunity to give to those less fortunate. Ramadan also reminds us of the old saying that I'm always guided by the phrase, to whom much is given, much is expected. So as we approach the dawn of this new decade, let us weave into the fabric of our community a sense of hope, a sense of positive energy, a sense that we all in this together. In this season of Ramadan, I ask you to join me as a fellow Aligarhian by giving as much as you can to support those future students. I ask you not to do this as an act of charity, however, but as an investment in the future and the future of the world. Aligarh Muslim University students has always been our best hope. Our investment in these scholarships is our way of saying thank you and keeping the hope and the dream and the aspirations alive. My fondest hope and expectation is in the future there will be persons whom we have made investment who will make a similar investment in others. Now when that happens, it will make our investment sustainable, an ongoing source for renewing Aligarh students' dream and aspirations. Now if we plant enough seed and we nurture them properly, in 10 years from now, we'll be at this event at Aligarh, except that it'll have many more participants. Sitting alongside us will be many new alums whom we have supported becoming Aligarh family member. And they will be present to add their support for the next generations of Aligarh students. To me, that is a beautiful thought. In addition, if we plant enough seeds and continue to plant them through Aligarh, we'll have helped make the world a kinder and a gentler place. To me, that is even more beautiful thought. In closing, let me leave you with one final thought from Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Near the end of the life, he said, and I quote, "You have reached a particular stage, and remember one thing. When I undertook this task, there were criticism all around against me. Life has become so difficult for me that I aged before my age. I lost my hair, my eyesight, but not my vision. My vision never dimmed, my determination never failed. I built this institution for you, and I'm sure you will carry the light of this institution far and wide and darkness will disappear from all around. End of the quotation. There's still much darkness all around, and that is why we gather here tonight at this fundraiser to acknowledge his vision, his goal, and his mission, and to make sure we keep the light burning and let the light of learning penetrate deep into the darkness and light up the whole world. Let us together fulfill his mission, his vision, and his dream. Let us ensure that his cause will endure and his dream shall never die. When I look back the time we spent together, the miles we have traveled together, the memories that we have cherished together, I will always think of you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your firm friendship. And thank you for listening to me and for your generous contribution to the future of Aligarh. Remember, all the eyes are upon you. So when I step back from this podium, I'll make sure that my wife and I will make our contributions, and I hope all of you will keep the light burning, because it's the fact that we all say, to whom much is given, much is required.
Thank you. What an honor to have Mr. Frank Islam speak at one of our functions. Please show your appreciation.